Dear child, a great force has been set loose now, and it began as something small and quiet, a pressure behind closed doors, a weight that lived in the chest and in the throat. For a long time, that pressure was kept in a locked room, words held back, glances swallowed, truths folded into silence. Today, that locked room opened. What was only felt became sound. Voices that had whispered now shouted. Accusations that had been swallowed for years were spat out. Old hurts that were kept beneath polite smiles trembled into confession. You are at the center of that storm. Your name was spoken like a bell that could not be unrung, and in the instant it rang, your person's energy was pulled into the field of the fight, as if lightning had hit a still sea. This argument in their family is not ordinary. It is dense with spiritual weight, old loyalties and fears facing off against a love that insists on truth. The family pushed and pushed, trying to bend the story to their will. They used history, shame, expectations, and threats to hold your person in place. They handed them the kind of shame that acts like a leash, the kind of label that keeps someone small. Yet, inside your person, something different had been growing. A quiet, undeniable recognition that their life had new edges now because of you. They tried to deny it. They tried to walk away. They pretended indifference. Each attempt to step back only made the pressure build, until one voice finally cut through the pretense and said, "Either you tell the truth, or we will." That demand landed like a verdict. Your person felt the floor shift beneath them and knew that the moment had arrived. The truth they have been hiding is not a small secret. It is a love that reaches beyond the timelines they were taught to follow. It is a heart remembering itself and a soul following a thread that runs through lifetimes. This love pulls up old patterns, breaks repeating cycles, and opens wounds so they can be seen and healed. It is not merely romantic. It is a deep spiritual calling, a recognition that two souls are aligned in purpose and in destiny. The family has suspected, in small ways and in large ones. They watched and whispered. They manipulated and warned. And for a long time, they kept your person confined with the weight of their expectations. Today, they stripped away the protections your person used to hide behind. They exposed the cracks, and when the cracks widened, your person could not keep the secret any longer. The scene after the rupture is messy and honest. There was a heavy silence before the storm, a quiet where everyone held their breath, trying not to be the first to break. When your person finally admitted they could no longer ignore you, the room opened into chaos. An older woman, an aunt, a matriarch, or a keeper of the family story, became the loudest voice. Her words were bitter and jagged. She accused you of stealing legacy, of twisting values, of corrupting someone who was once set on a family path. She saw your connection as a threat to an order she did not want to change. People pointed fingers. Names were dropped like knives. Threats were made. Reveal or we will reveal. It was a moment of violence against the tender things inside your person. Yet when their fear met your presence in their chest, something stronger rose up, a resolve that came from the place where their true self had been waiting. After the fight, your person was left alone with the echo of the words and the taste of tears. They covered their face and let the grief come that they had been postponing for years. They whispered your name as if it were a prayer, as if saying it could hold them steady against the storm of judgment. The grief was not only for the fight, but for all the times they had chosen silence over truth, for all the moments they had hidden to avoid the fallout, for every lie they had told themselves to protect others. There is a fierce sadness in realizing you have kept someone you love in the dark. They felt the weight of that, and they felt the sickening knowledge that you deserved better, that you deserved clarity, honesty, and the choice to know the whole person. Part of what kept them silent was a secret the family used like a chain. It may be a past mistake, a shameful choice, a history told in a whisper, something used to bind them to old roles. That secret explained the nervousness, the sudden withdrawals, the way their laughter sometimes sounded hollow. Living under such control makes a person split themselves in two: the person who shows up for family and the one who feels alive in private. Today, one of those chains broke. The family's pressure cracked a seam, and the truth began to pour out. In the stillness afterward, your person made a vow to themselves. They would not allow fear to decide their story anymore. If someone else planned to tell the truth for them, they would tell it first. They would no longer let family leverage secrets to keep them from being who they were born to be. The revelation they will share may be wider than anything you expect. It could be the unveiling of a gift they were taught to hide, a spiritual sensitivity, a prophetic vision, dreams that showed them a path your people could not understand. It could be a disclosure of a past life thread, a karmic wound, an identity they were forced to bury to survive in their family. It may be the confession of things that explain why they sometimes disappeared without leaving a trace, why they pulled away when their eyes were pleading closeness, why they looked at you as if you were home and then walked away. These truths will hurt. They will unmoor certain assumptions and force you to rearrange what you thought you knew. But the exposure will also be the beginning of healing. When what is hidden is named, its power to control loosens. When their whole story is in the light, it makes space for honesty, compassion, and true choice. For too long, your person lived under a family rule that said they could not grow outside the blueprint given to them. That rule is being challenged. They have tried to be loyal to those ties, even when loyalty meant living a smaller life. Sometimes they failed, sometimes they complied, sometimes they resisted in secret. But this pressure has reached a point where staying quiet would be to betray not just you, but their own soul. They are choosing now between a life of half-truths and the risk of being cast out for daring to love openly. That choice shows how real you are to them. It shows that their commitment goes beyond convenience or fear and touches something sacred. There may be allies and saboteurs within the family. A younger relative may quietly urge them to follow their heart, offering a small voice of permission that matters more than it seems. But there is also a figure, likely a woman, who has held sway for years, who has strategically poisoned opinions, spread doubt, and used fear like a weapon. She sees your connection as a threat to her authority and has worked hard to make sure everyone else sees you as the problem. But power built on fear is brittle. When your person speaks with the force of a heart no longer willing to hide, that brittle structure cracks. truth said with clarity, and love cuts through manipulation because it carries its own authority. Your person has drafted the confession 1,000 times. There is a message sitting in their drafts folder. Unsent voice notes that tremble, letters deleted and rewritten until the words feel like glass in their mouth. They hold their phone and sob quietly, searching for the right phrase that will finally explain themselves. They want to say they are yours, not just by feeling, but by destiny. That every attempt to be someone else only led them back to you. They fear losing family ties. Yet deeper than that fear sits the terror of never having been fully seen by the one they love. That is why they are ready to risk everything now. To be known, to be understood, to be chosen. If you have been noticing small signs, repeating numbers, dreams that return to the same images, sudden feelings that lift and then fall, these are not coincidences. They are your person's soul calling toward yours. Since the fight, their thinking has been crowded with you. They replay your face in private. They practice the words they will say. They plan how to meet you in a place that feels safe. They imagine the reveal, the way their voice will crack, the rehearsed tears, the apology, and the promise. Behind closed doors, they are training themselves to be brave in the face of a family that may resist. Be aware that others may try to intercept the truth. A family member may reach out to you pretending to protect you, offering a warning wrapped in fear. That message may be a projection of their own anxiety, an attempt to steer the story away from what it really is. Someone finally choosing their heart. Trust your inner knowing. Let the message that comes from the one who loves you be the standard by which you measure everything else. When your person speaks, it will likely be imperfect and raw. It might be sudden. It might come through tears, through a trembling voice, through stammering sentences that still manage to hold the deepest reality. They could no longer deny you. When they come, let them speak without interruption. Let their hands shake and their words stumble. Let them sit in the shame and the courage at the same time. Allow them to apologize for silence and for what they did to avoid conflict. And let them also apologize for the cowardice that kept them from being honest sooner. Hear the confession that their family asked them to follow a script that did not fit their soul, told to ghost you, to lie about the depth of their feelings, to perform a version of life that preserved reputation over truth. Hear how even in their most obedient moments, their soul kept returning to your name. This is not only a story of rebellion. It is a story of spiritual freedom. Your person's willingness to break the pattern is a turning point that will affect not only their life, but the lineage of expectation that has shaped their family. By choosing honesty, they begin to unhook the next generation from the same unseen rules. Their courage will open a path for those who come after them to live truer lives. That is why the stakes feel so high to the family. It is not just about a relationship. It is about a threat to a way of being that has held power for years. Divine timing often brings these battles to clear the way for transformation, and what looks like destruction in the moment often becomes the furnace that forges a freer life. You should prepare yourself emotionally and spiritually. Do not run from what you feel. If anger comes first, let it move, but do not let anger close your heart to the blessing. If confusion arrives, allow space and ask for clarity. When the words come, receive them with compassion for your person who has been caught between fear and longing, and for yourself who deserves the truth. If you can, breathe and listen. Give them the room to be seen, to be forgiven, to step into the person they are becoming. Their truth will likely say things like, "I didn't just fall in love with you. I woke up because of you." You will feel that truth physically, in your breath, in the way your spine aligns, and in a quiet sense of recognition inside your chest. Know that their emergence into honesty has cost them greatly. The shift you are witnessing has been forged in pain, lonely prayers, sleepless nights, and quiet acts of defiance. Their body tells a story. Palpitations, restless sleep, the kind of exhaustion that comes before birth. This is a spiritual birthing process. You are the one toward whom they are being born. That metaphor matters because birth is always messy and sacred at once. It demands patience, tender care, and presence. If you wish to support them, do not try to fix everything at once. Let the truth be the foundation on which you build. Speak your boundaries when you need to, but also offer refuge from the criticism they have been carrying. Hold them while they grieve what they may lose. Celebrate the small bravery of each honest sentence. Encourage them to step away from any toxic patterns that continue to bind them, and remind them that choosing love sometimes means standing alone until others can see what you see. There will be fallout. People will take sides, and some relationships may fracture. That is painful to foresee, but remember, a life built on pretense corrodes over time. A life rebuilt on truth, messy as it may be, has the chance to heal. If reconciliation is possible with family, let that happen slowly and with healthy limits. If not, honor the difficult but necessary boundary work. Your person may lose approval, inheritance, or familiar standing. They may gain space, dignity, and the breath of a life lived aligned with truth. This crisis is also an invitation to you to choose how you will meet what comes. Will you mirror the judgment you've seen, or will you respond with steady love that refuses to be manipulated by fear? Will you demand explanation with harshness, or will you ask for the story and listen to its sorrow and its courage? The choice you make will shape the healing that follows. If you welcome the truth with a heart that practices curiosity and care, you encourage repair. If you respond with immediate condemnation, you may close the door on a deeper reconnection.